This is a lot, but I feel crazy. Half a year ago, my husband 50M, and I for F, moved to the US from the UK. My husband has money. I have a lot less. We have 2 children 7M, for F. So we moved across the street from a single father and his 3 kids. The father is very rich and is in finance. There is Tara 18F and 13-year-olds. They were very friendly to us, especially Tara, which was quite relieving. They are also from the same background as my husband. My husband is half Pakistani while they are fully, and it made my husband very happy to be around them. My husband quickly became best friends with the father. Tara likes cooking and we were invited over to dinner quite often, especially when it was just the kids. Tara is also very, very pretty. She likes walking around in next to nothing. She goes for workouts and will stop by a house in her tiny, literally 2-inch shorts and sports bras. She's very put together, and I will admit I have struggled with that since my kids were born. This wasn't an issue at first, despite my husband now thinking I am violently jealous of her. 3 months ago her boyfriend broke up with her. She started calling just my husband over for dinner, and not when it was all 3 kids. Her siblings were always away. She would call when we were on date nights, telling my husband she's drunk at some party and doesn't want to tell her father, etc. I told my husband repeatedly to just call her dad and let him know. He said that Tara needed him, and she thinks of him like an uncle. More and more, my husband wouldn't go to bed with me. He was colder with me. He was always across the street with Tara, so I texted her, trying to be friendly, and said if she needed some support, she could always come to me too and not just my husband. She never responded. Yesterday evening, she came to my house in a shirt that literally, I kid you not, said, "Or Dad is safe with me," whining my husband's name as if she was his child. He rushed down the stairs and hugged her, and she very loudly said that she felt scared at home because her entire family was out. She's 18. He came back well past 2 a.m. So I texted her once he was asleep. "Hi, Tara, I understand that you guys have gotten close, but for a lot of these issues, you should really call your father or another relative. My husband needs to be around for our children, and lately you have been infringing on our time together. I'd appreciate if you limit these instances to once a week." Very corporate and diplomatic, I thought. Apparently not. My husband woke me up this morning shouting at me. Tara had called him sobbing, saying that she felt like I hated her, that I despise her, and basically called her a slut. I showed him the message I had sent her. He still raged. He has been over across the street at her house, apologizing profusely to her, he claims, all day. I do not want to think the first